I know it's quiet. I wanted just to say good morning to everybody, and for some of you, because it's afternoon for me. But this is going to be kind of a short video today. I definitely have to go out and do some things while the snow isn't snowing. But I just thought I'd give you all a heads up, and I want to put a lot of very big thank yous for those that did come to this farm. This is the one I've been testing on. And I got to tell you, I thank those that come there just for the favor. And so, and I think it's a good, hopefully, it's a good learning or tip tool for some of you that are struggling, after you got your first farm open and, you sort of got it semi set up. Well, I'm going to show you what the big thank you shout outs are going to be for. This is now currently the second farm to the first farm, which was the testing area, right? It was loaded, it still is, with lettuce. And you know what? I'm going to keep it that way. And I'm going to show you why. Um, First off, I've got a pretty decent area opened up. And I did this in a matter of a couple days based on the lettuce farm, okay? So I thought I'd just kind of pass that on to you. And I didn't go overboard with my animals. I actually have 102 of these the pigs and the sheep. The fish was a little different. Oh, if I'm gonna hit myself. The fish we did 72. So, or was it? No, wait, 76. No, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We did 76. And then I well, you know what? I'm gonna just go look it over because it'll be a lot easier to explain. I mean, to count, do the count. But over here, for example, I have peppers, right? So let's just look. I was very conservative with, what I put down. Let me just flip. Okay, resources, peppers, peppers, peppers. Okay. So I did some fields with. Oh wait a minute. Where are the grapes? That I have planted because I think I might have kind of screwed up on that. But hold on. Okay. No, I don't have any. That's weird. I have potatoes planted. Oh no, no, no. These ones. So you see, I have 197. So I stayed below. Um, so these are 197. Okay. But now over here, I managed to put the horses and everything back. But on my animals, um, the ones that I have here are 102. And I think I did 102 with the lettuces. So I'm kind of staying within that range of 102. Okay. Um, Only because obviously the farmer's level 200. And so I have 102 of those. The fish, I can tell you, I think we did a little. Wait a minute. Um, yeah, 76. The reason why you see these at the 152, the tier ones, as I was describing, um, because when Maya set it up, because I wasn't sure if it was 74 or 72, she said, I think it was 76. So we went with that. Or, yeah, we went with 76. So this is why you see these the tier one fish doubled up on, and which is a big help, especially if you have a miniature or small little mini farm. And it does help. So like if you stay within 76, you're good. You know what I mean? For now, you're good. If you want to make it bigger, have at it. Um, I did not quite leave. Oh shoot! I better put some of those down. Right. Okay. Here's another thing that I did. I know that there's five of these, right? So what I did was, and I'll show you the spot. I know that there's five of this type flower. Okay. So what I ended up doing was just doing the regular 99 in all my flowers. That's what I did, just to be, like kind of conservative and things like that. But I will show you this. Okay, you see up here, I'm going to go to number 2. And because I know I have 2 flowers missing of these type, what I did was I just blocked it off here. So that way I know I can put these 2 flowers, that are missing over here. That's pretty, well, maybe because, I don't know, these ones don't take that long. I think these are like an hour. Yeah, okay. Which, by the way, today will be like a short stream only because, like I said, I have to go out today. I absolutely have to go out. It's a must, must, must. So, and I didn't get a chance to, obviously put all my flowers down. But I'm not going to worry about it because, what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock these walls out, eventually, and then work over here. So I'm going to go from left to right. But, I'm sure some of you say, yeah, I already knew that. Well, I didn't. But let me, you know what? Let me just ride over here, and I'm going to show you something. Okay, just hang in there for a moment. Okay, now watch this. When I go over here, for example, right, and I want to delete these, that's all you're getting. But now watch this. When you walk on the tile, you tap on that X twice, it goes up the whole row. Okay? Look at that. I mean, it just eliminates everything. Well, what the particular item that you're doing, okay?
Motion detected at the front door.
Even the fencing, same thing. But if you're walking, it's going to eliminate that whole row, which is perfect, I like this. I was like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. So in case you didn't know that you could do that, there you go. In case you didn't know, I jumped the fence quite a lot. But, I thought I'd throw in that little tip because honestly, I didn't know you could do that. But it sure as heck makes things go a lot faster. And no, I don't want these flowers. And look at that. No, I don't want these pigs. I'm just standing there and just doing that. I'm just eliminating it. Now, if you have trees that are close by, meaning in groups, it'll work. But if you don't, it's not going to work. Okay? Just to kind of give you that heads up, like you're going to go, oh, geez. But no, if you had a couple of trees close together and you want to delete them, because this is what I'm doing, I'm just clearing out the land here. And by just standing there in front of the fence, in front of those flowers and everything else, it's that quick. Okay? Just to kind of give you a heads up. I mean, sure, you could do this with your tractor. Let me go over here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can go over here with your tractor, right? But it does 3. See? See what I'm talking about? Okay, so now I'm going to get off my tractor, hit X, and it does the whole group. It does the whole section. I like that. And like I said, you can do the same thing with roads. You can do it with fences and animals, of course. You can do it, you can do it by hand, meaning just stand there and, now your limit, by the way, is 200. See, I didn't go back and do this. Okay. I don't have any trees in this farm yet either. And I don't have my I don't have the farm open to public right now. The reason why was because I want to get this set up and in such a way that it's just going to get done, and then I'm going to head back to my lettuce farm. If you got the time and the patience, very honestly, I think if you went with the even if you had a partial amount or like let's say a close to 1,000 lettuce. Let's just say you did that, right? I mean, I know you have all these lovely names for your flowers. I mean, excuse me, for your farms, okay? But if you have a reasonable, let me go down here, farm settings. No, okay. Like mine here, it says thumbs up with favor. So that's going to indicate to who, to those people that are seeing your farm is, oh, this person's got favor. I might want to, go there. So that's the whole point behind that. Because, like you guys, you were saying, well, I don't get many people. Well, you might want to lay out some, like a lettuce area. I know you're sitting there going, oh, but do I have to? Well, no, but I would say yes. I mean, to me, I'll tell you very honestly, if I, like, let's say even with this farm, but you know what? I wished I had known that a long time ago when, like, let's say in February. I wished I knew that then because had I known that then, that farm would have been up, open wide a lot quicker and faster. Um, because of the favor in because of your if you're using the lettuce for favor, people come in, do their thing, and leave. So by putting something up that's gonna you know bring the people in to your farm, it's really by what you name. And I know a lot of you guys love the name of your farms. I mean, I know I do, but on the flip side, if you're working on your farm and you want to, obviously you need to get diamonds and you're struggling, and you need to get medals and you're struggling. Very honestly, I think that it's just honestly the way to go. What is this flower? Blue sky noon. Blue sky noon. I've got to do this one by hand because okay, I don't mind. Well, I technically could do it this way. What's the next one after blue sky noon? I mean, I don't really care what it is. Okay, I got it. I'll do it this way. Ah, just don't go filling in over there. No, okay. Yeah, well, obviously, I had to clear the land and things like that. So that's why you see that little, space. But it's getting there. It's getting there slowly but surely. Let's go back to my blue sky noon. Oops, oopsie. And see? And you just go in there and you fill it. That's all you need to do, But honestly, I think that's the way to go, is to, if you can, if you feel like it. And I know that I'm saying 1,000 lettuce, and you're probably pulling your hair out like, say, what is she, crazy? 1,000 lettuce? No. But in that sense, and the reason why I'm saying that in that sense is, if you want the masses to come in, okay, to your farm, then I hate to tell you this, but you got to do what you got to do. I mean, and that's what you got to do. If you don't want to do it, don't. I'm just making that suggestion because I opened up this map by just, I hate to say it, let us alone, and it's progressed quite quickly over a matter of a few days. So it's kind of like judge for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it worked for me, and I don't see why it wouldn't work for you. Let me see. I did 99. See, I'm just doing 99. I'm just doing the usual 99. That's what I'm doing. Oh God. Okay, I don't want to screw this up. But I'm doing the usual 99. I'm kind of sort of doing my best to keep these flowers together as far as the type of flowers they are. But obviously, I'm working with small space, which works for me. It's not gonna. It's like no harm, no foul. So I got those Flanders poppies, and I'm only doing 99. Okay. because I know a lot of you still have like your low level type farms, and this is obviously a low level type farm. And but what I'm trying to do is net. What I'm doing is I'm actually going back to the way I used to do it, in a sense. That's what I'm doing. I'm going back to that old school way that I learned, that I had to learn on my own how to do it because I know some of you have said, well, what do you think's a good number? 36, 72. Um, I remember actually even working on the main farm that I do use a lot. I remember doing like, God, the 36 and you know, 72, and I did that for a long time with 72 flowers. Can you imagine? Because I did it with 72 animals, 72 these, 72. I mean, it was just insane. And I know way back when, like early stages of how that farm was growing, it was just incredible. I had some really, really, really good friends help me, and but the beauty of it was watching it just grow and develop, and um, and and of all things too, we had the Valentine's thing going on. We had the then it was like what after that was Easter. I will tell you that was seriously a crazy time because um, I did not really have anything. I didn't have a second farm open yet. Okay, so all I could do was throw some bunnies over there, throw some berry trees over here, and then throw the eggs over here. I mean, it was just totally insane. It was just totally and utterly insane. So I mean, like I don't honestly believe that if I was to do this farm, like as far as an event, I wouldn't be able to do very much. Like I said, I'm trying to do it. Why did that? Okay, unlocks new item. That's why. So you see this here, like this flower. When this flower here turns level 60, I'll get a new. I'll get the next flower up, which I'm waiting to do. Um, like see, this one here will show you that because that's going to be the poppy type style flower, and then again, poppy's a style. And these are the other two that I'm waiting for. And I think it's Gatsby Pink. Yep, Gatsby Pink will open up this one. And I'll bet you that's the newest one. I know it's that purple weird one. Um, and I didn't put any red ones up, but I know that's going to require. And I know that this one's this is polar bear.
You're not ready, huh?
I can be.
I might have to leave ASAP.
Okay,
All right.
that's fine.
All right.
Just drive
Doesn't
careful.
matter if you head now, out now. All right. You want me?
Just go ahead and go. Be careful driving. Okay. Okay. So I don't have any royal blues up, and I'm pretty sure I don't have any of these up. Right? Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna put some of these up. Just now. Oh, where am I gonna put them? Oh, good lord. I don't think that's. Well,
As soon as she gets back to me, we'll have to leave. All right.
but she hasn't gotten back to you, right? Where am I going to put these? I have two spots over here, right? So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put them here. Why the heck not, right? There's just two that I need to do, and you know what? That's how I'm going to do them. Makes sense to me. I can put 99 of these royal blues up. And let me see. Yep. Yeah, I'll do that. I mean, it's like, and the thing is, my plan is, anyways, eventually when I get this farm opened a little more, um, I mean, I'll be obvious because look at that. I finally got it down to 2,874 diamonds. And that was, but the thing is, that was from opening up all those walls, that I just recently opened. So that's pretty darn good. So now my next goal will be to sit there with the lettuce farm wide open and let it do its thing. And I got the one guy over there, so there's nothing over here. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my lettuce farm. Hold on. Oops, not prestige. That's the weird thing. Like I'm just kind of surprised that none of that. But it.
Alright, gotta go.
Go ahead, just go without me.
Huh?
You can go without me. It's okay. And just be careful driving.
No?
Just be careful driving. Crazy people out there. Okay, I'm gonna head back. Oh wait, before I do, I should just scoop up this favor. It's always important to do that. Scooping up the favor. Scooping up the favor. Okay, I know that they're around here somewhere. And I don't plan on putting any, if at all. Oh, I should get favor because of those. Oh, gosh. I'm glad I just remembered that. Lady, wait for me over there, will you, for God's sakes? That looks like a nice dark green. Be funny if it was the blue truck, and it's not. Okay. Yeah, it looks good at nighttime, doesn't it? That's obviously, hopefully, the red and green. Oh, guys, I want to let you know about the new thing that will be coming. Good Lord, I forgot all about that. Let me just. I want to phrase it properly. I don't want to say it wrong. But on December 18th, we're gonna get a new DLC. And I'm telling you something, I am really psyched up about it. So, I mean, I know that we kind of briefly talked about it yesterday, and probably some of you goes, what, huh? What is she saying? Okay. Let me just go to the Discord channel again. Hold on. Okay, let me show you. I can't show you, but I can tell you. Okay, 2 events. Boom. Okay. Thursday, December 18th at 12 o'clock. Yeah, whatever time that is somewhere, right? It's going to be called the Gothic Pack. Oh, and those candles and everything. Like, I'm looking at everything. The outfits look really sweet. I hope we get a new house. But I'm just saying. But it does look like we might get new crops, maybe. I don't see any animals. Oh, wait. I see a bat. Oh my gosh. Do you think we might get a pet bat? That would be kind of awesome. So in the picture, I'm seeing a lot of stuff, and you can go to their Discord channel and see it. It's just under events. So I hope, and then there's another one, December 18th. Interested? Oh, and that's going to be called, obviously, I think that's what the event's going to be called. And it's going to be called Winter Wonder. Snowflakes dance in the wind, unwrap surprising gifts, and discover festive decorations that will bring cozy holiday vibes to every corner. And it looks good. I mean, seriously, it looks good. I know I've seen some people running around with their little Santa suits, and I know about the snowmen. See, I see those candy cane things. So, my guess is, because they're going to have lots of gifts and the light poles, but I do see the candy cane on the row. And then I remember they had like these little gold stars for like a divider. So I want you all to kind of, I'm really psyched. I'm really psyched. So, I really am. Okay. But I just want to kind of push that out. And I'm very sorry for not doing that because I usually, but this time I hopefully, okay. So, I mean, like I said, I'm just looking, to see, um, you to review. Okay, reviewed. So how do you remove it? Oh. Okay. I thought that was it. Show more. Okay. Okay. That's kind of neat though. Google, they do this, send this thing out, if they've got your phone number or your address, kind of thing out there, you can actually have it removed, which is kind of neat. I like that. But anyways, I'm here in town. And I'm going to exit out of this now because I'm not going to go back to farming. I'm not going to go back to excuse me. I'm not going to go back to the other farm now because I really don't need to. And before I even do that, okay, my farm's thumbs up with favor, public. I want to make sure that it's not that I didn't screw up on the. Well, I'll go there first and then go check my settings because I changed something in the settings and I hope I put it back because otherwise, why am I here? I'm in the wrong place. Oh God. Okay, I thought I know why I didn't. Because I didn't do number 1. If I want to get more diamonds now, I can just kind of go over here and hit max. And I mean, it's kind of cool because, I like that. Oh, upgrade? Absolutely. Upgrade? Yep. Upgrade? Yep. Up. Oh gosh, oh, you kidding me? I ran out of diamonds? Whoa. I guess I gotta get some more. It switched to max. Okay. I don't know. Well, at least I get back what I put in. But that's okay. I'm good with that. Okay, let's go back to the main farm. I didn't name it anything right now. But I hope that lifting those things up kind of helped you a little bit. I've got some favor for those potatoes. I should get. Oh yes, I definitely better get some favor, huh? Yeah, this helps. Because my rabbits are ready. How is it that I have to pay them in? I wasn't even there for a long time. I'll probably have to sneak over on somebody's farm to get favor. Oh, Lord. But I can get it quick. We all can get it quick, right? I mean, that's the name of the game. Let's go to 17 and do these bunny rabbits because, we need that. We need those confetti thingies. That's what they call them, I guess. Strange but true. And my bunny rabbits are leveling up very nicely. So I'll be gearing those to get to, obviously prestige 5, and then I'll be good with that. Um, and plus, I'm getting 7 dive-ins and using favor. So I'm good with that. And I planted literally, like, see the potatoes, 1804 or eggplant. I planted a bunch of potatoes because, I've been using them quite a lot. Obviously, when, like the more animals you get, But see, I've been playing back and forth. I was even surprised when, with those 3 horses that I have. Because, guys, I showed you what happens when you have a massive like me. Well, it really isn't massive, but on the other farm I have like 200 and I think it's 25 or 250. I think it's 225. But I have all 6 of those horses. And the horses can deplete over 10,000 apples. So today, though, when I fed the horses, because I don't have, that many, I have like I have the basic 102. So I was sitting there going, should I go over there and feed them now? Should I? Because, when I seen apples getting depleted and I've had 10,000 get depleted down to 2,000, I sit there going, oh my God, that's a lot of apples. So, lesson learned. Yeah, I think, guys, I know that this is a lot, okay. But if you kind of like even did lettuce from, let's say, 13 to here, like, just a little area, I think it'd be okay. Because at least, and I know what you're saying. You go, but they have to change the name. You know what? If you put your name of your farm with the word favor, okay, I think the favor is where the catchy, where people will come to your farm, and and the only thing they're doing there, look at that, see, the only thing that they're doing there is one thing, and that's they want to get favor. Let's see what the level is. Oh goodness, they're level 253. So see, I know that they're automatically that the reason why they're here is to get favor. That's all they're here for. They're not here for bells, whistles, or baubles. They're here for favor. And you know what? I appreciate that. If you want to come get your favor here, it's there. But like I said, I think the catchy phrase, if you can put the word favor, people will come. They will, because that's what they're looking for. Anybody, even low levels, anybody that's in need of favor, they will look for lettuce farms. They will. And say, I know that when I needed favor, and there wasn't really any lettuce farms out back then in the day, when I used to hit up on Basis Farm, on the Nurse Farm, oh yes, I would hit up on their crops. Why? Because I was getting favor much faster than the flowers. And but that's how I got it. Sometimes trees, apple trees work quite well with favor too. That's another thing to give you a heads up. But yep, people are here to get their favor, and if they're out, where do they go? They're still here. I have no idea what they're doing or where they are at. Oh, down there. See? So I mean, I've only been on. Well, I've only made it unprivate and public for what, like, I just did it like 10 minutes ago. So I think in that way, in that sense, is that if you want to try to earn it, then that would be definitely the way to go. Definitely. Because I mean that's what I'm finding, and that thing, the 10 things I wished I knew. Well, I want to tell you something. I think the lettuce, by making a lettuce field, that is one of the things I really wished I knew when I first started playing last year. See, I wished I'd known that last year. But that's how you. It's kind of like over time, you go, oh, you know what? That makes sense. That makes sense. Look at that. Ooh, my lettuce has gone up again. Now let me see. Where's my little sign? Okay. It doesn't really matter how I do these potatoes as long as I get them done right. Right. Because that's all this is. I made this one complete potatoes, just all potatoes put there. And I watered them, if you notice. So even though it's like 40 minutes, it's 20. And that is fine with me. If I can get these 20 minutes, that's great. I want to try to get these leveled up to 100 because I'm going to work on getting these prestige. And let me see. I forget exactly how many potatoes I put down, but that's what I did. I mean, you could use the regular potatoes as well. I'm using the Carolina, and yes, they're 4 seasons, just like the regular potato is 4 seasons. You do get slightly a little bit more gold. Your XP is not going to really change a whole hell of a lot on this. But, if you hit up on a farm that has even like the corn and potatoes, you'll still get pretty. It's not, like I said, it's not going to be as fast as lettuce, but you will get your favor. So, like if you're rushing around trying to find a farm that's going to have some favor, don't look at the flowers because the flowers are only going to help you when it comes to XP, okay? But at least if you go to a farm, it doesn't matter what it is, always trying to find the lowest level crop. Because that lowest level crop is going to definitely give you the favor. And in some cases, some will give you some decent XP. I know like some of the spices that are dropped, they give you decent XP. But that's when you're using your boost. And I'm not saying go ahead and use your boost on, low level stuff. Don't do that. I do it because obviously it's my farm and I need to fill up on those potatoes. On the eggplant style. I need to do that. And I actually even paid out a lot of. Look at that. See, now I've got 9,000 diamonds, which is decent. And I had 2,000 a little while ago. So, it's always good. It's always good to. That's why, I call this my testing farm now because, I'm testing everything and I like it. And I like it and I know what I see for myself. It's like, this worked, this works, you know what I mean? And I absolutely don't mind it because, at least it gives me some ideas for my main farm if I want to change anything around. But definitely the name thing is good too. Now, if, let's say, because I know we say it within our Discord channel, okay. If, let's say, you have poinsettias, okay, and you have a lot of them, and you're sitting there and nobody's coming into your farm for whatever reason, and you've got poinsettias sitting there, but nobody's harvesting them. Okay, so nobody's harvesting them, and maybe what you want to try to do is put down, like poinsettia or pink flowers, Mars flowers, something that someone's going to notice and go, Mars flowers, oh, those are those. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with your favor. If you put the word favor somehow on the name of your farm, people will come to your farm. People will come. Okay, now I'm going to do these. And I'll get, and these are the Christmas ones, as you can see. Well, will be. You won't see the. It's like if you have to know someone to get these put down. I had Maya put mine down, and I really, really appreciated it. Whoop! One day. So they'll be ready. Today's Saturday? So, okay, so they'll be ready at least by, I don't know, Saturday night or something. But believe you me, I don't think a lot of people are gonna come running, because I only have like 1,000 something poinsettias. So what I would generally do is I would share that with my people there in my Discord channel. I would say, hey, it's only a little, it's not a loaded field. It's a little, and it's only over 1,000. But that only over 1,000 will give you a little XP. It will. It will give you a little XP, and that's what's nice. I don't honestly know, because for the thing is, I have this farm open finally, and I'm working on my second one. Do I really want to go crazy and do a whole poinsettia farm? I don't think so. No, not with the pink and I like the gold ones too because I have pink and gold, so I like them both. And I think, I would prefer to do the. I'm gonna prestige the gold ones up first, because guys, you get the gold ones before the pink ones. Okay, so if you have a chance to get, to put some gold ones down, put down quite a lot, because you will get decent money from them, and you will get decent XP. You'll get 1,840 XP with boost. Okay. Ah, gosh, off the top of my head, I know you'll get over 10 or 12,000 gold for the gold poinsettias. And again, this was my lesson learned on this farm. No, yes, on this. No, 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 no. I'm sorry, it was the main farm. On the main farm, yeah, I just kind of pediddled around with, putting the gold ones down. Didn't pay them attention at all. And now I did. It's kind of like, oh, because I remember someone being on my farm in the first place that they went to was right up there where my poinsettias were. And the first things that they did was hit up with the gold, and I had no clue what the hell they were doing. You know what I mean? I mean, I knew what they were doing, but I'm like, wow, they went to those gold ones pretty fast. It was one of those who knew moments that, why would they. I did not realize that the gold ones were really putting out some, decent XP and, everything else. I didn't realize that at all. No clue. And I don't know, and I didn't get the pink ones right away. So, the polar bear are okay. And even though that's the last flower you'll get from the poinsettias, with the exception of these, but these are event ones. The polar bears are okay. I mean, you're not going to get a whole lot of, XP. Not really. But, at least you're going to get something, right? I have not looked at my quests in a long time. Oh, jeebus. Okay. Jasper. Taupe. Oh, you got to be kidding. Oh, these are trees that I got to put on the other thing. See, you know something? I don't have a tofu factory. I really don't. Let me just check something over here. I might as well go down on the mine, huh? I mean, why not? I mean, why not? Let me see. And you know, remember yesterday I changed these, and it still says I have. Oh, you gotta be kidding! It still says I have one topaz. Still says I have one. Okay. Now I went into this right. Look at that rarity 10, and yet it says I have one. And then I need these. So let's change it to Jasper. Yeah, right. See, you don't want to be a. Okay. It just kind of blows my mind because I'm sitting there going, what? You know? Well. It spit snow a little bit this morning. Not bad, but a little. Oh, crap. Did I miss one? Oh, yeah. Heavens forbid. And I got to get my mushrooms down here organized. Because, I definitely will fully open this mine. But I think on my next mine, which I didn't put down yet, and I thank God we don't have to build it. But, see, I don't get this, why all this crap is in here. Oh, man. And I know I did do it. Oh, these are the ones that need to be leveled up. The what do you call them again? Cremini. Yeah, we knew that. Okay, so I think. No, don't think. Just go run over there. See, look at this. And those are green, right? Let me just see something here. Okay, so hopefully. Now I did a thing on Jasper, and what did it say? It said 10. It said 6, and it didn't straight up to 10. It should have, but it didn't. So. Yeah, I want to try to keep the red pines. I think these are all. Yep, they're all red pine. Good. I think I'll keep all the red pines in this room here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to step up here. And because this one here just needs the cremini mushrooms, which this here, and it says I own 5. But you got to remember what I was telling you before. If you look down at here on the right of the screen, it says yield. Okay, so for each one of those mushroom nodes of the cremini, okay, you get 8 pulls, 8 harvests out of that deal. Okay, just FYI. But now, oh, number 9. Okay, see, like the reason why I'm picking the red pine is you get 2. But then again, you'll get an extra one if you, use boost for yourself. Okay? Because they do have different ones. Oh, parasol. Oh, I'm going to do that one somewhere else. I am not doing that there. But I do know that they do ask for that particular mushroom for a quest. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys have kind of followed it, but just to kind of give you a heads up, they sometimes what they do is they give you they give it to you like they'll, you know what? I just took it. There we go. So now here I'm going to open up these. I think I have to wait till malachite, which I think no. See, the malachite's green, but again, don't go by because you see a room full of green stones. Don't go by that. Okay, I'm just trying to give you a heads up. And okay, see, so when my farm reaches 225, it will get that. My malachite, I'm not going to worry about. You get pretty good money on the opal. I think that's opal. Yeah, that's what I think it is. It's opal. One of them is going to be an opal because I don't have it. So I'm going to go over here. You know what? I'm going to do the jade. But over here, instead of doing the red pine, right? What the hell? Oh, okay, so I don't have any. Okay, so, oops. In the back, oh, I have to pretend like I'm leaving. That's right. Okay, so on this side, you'll notice they're blue. Okay, which is fine. I mean, that's fine with me. So now I'm gonna go out here and put in white. What? Oh wait, those are cremini. Wait, mushrooms. I'm not gonna. Oh, and here's the other thing too. Just pay attention to what they yield, as opposed to what they, at the season, because okay, like the white mushrooms, you get 12 harvests, 12 pulls from that. 13 porcini. They do ask that for questing, but if you notice, white mushrooms. See 3, 2, 3. Okay, just to give you a heads up. And I only own 3, so I'm not going to worry about it. I don't have any shiitake. I probably should put it down. Aspen I do not have. I'll put those down. So I'm going to put aspen in here for now. And I know the poles are a little longer, but I'm going to do that. Until I get my other mine up, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just, when I get my other mine put up, which I will do, I am just going to put all blue mushrooms in there. And please, please, please do not sell your blue mushrooms because you will need them later on for a quest. Or not a quest, I'm sorry. You will need them to open up a shop. So I'm just trying to give you a heads up on that now. See, I only have 236, but, with the white mushrooms. And the white mushrooms, too, they drop from the pig, so that's fine. But the thing that, I would just not sell are the blue mushrooms. There's no purpose for that. Just hold on to them so you can use them for your next shop. Because there's going to be one of those shops that's going to say, I need X amount of these. Not enough. Oh, not enough. Come on. And see, I only have one tomato machine, by the way. One grape machine. And you know what? It works for me because right now I'm not going to go wahoo crazy making that. I'm going to go wahoo crazy with my lemons, and I've got 4 of them. See? Now, hopefully, my fish, I straighten that out. We'll see. And they're still kind of low level. They're not level 100, so I still got a shot at it, I mean, yeah. I mean, I know that in the beginning I had a lot of, I did have a lot of grape machines. I had a lot of fish. But at the time, oh my Lord, it was like, my farm could not, it was like, I wasn't producing enough fish. And the worst ones were the tier 1s. So that's why, because you're only going to get 9 of them, of those tier 1 type fish. 9 of them. So that's why for me, I'm like, what if I just did, because I know that the next tier was 15. So you know what I did? I added 6 more of the low tier end fish. And then it worked out, And that was when the fish thing was like low level. So I would highly recommend that. But because again, it goes back to, your first fish, your tier 1 fish are gonna, you know, be the low end, and it's gonna be the death of you guys if you sit there and you scratch in your head like, well, why don't I have enough? It's because because like I said, it's always going to ask you for that, that particular fish. I don't know why it is, but I think it's just because there's only 9 of them. So yeah, I would highly recommend, like, even though you know that, like, there's only 15 of tier 2 fish, then put 15 rows of the T1 fish. It doesn't matter what it is, just as long as you got 15. And then the third tier, there's 11. I don't think it uses a lot. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't use as much, but I know that it did on the tier 1. Now I could clear this out because let me see something here. Okay, 40. Okay, see, I have 2,289, but I also know that with these being gone. Okay, I'm gonna clear it out when I do this. I'm gonna clear this whole area out and put something completely different. Oh, and let's say you want to delete, just delete the plowed land. Let's say you want to delete it, right? Like I showed you, instead of using your tractor, you can stand there and do it. It's only going to delete up to 200, which means obviously once that 200's gone, then you can move up, delete again, and the only thing that it's going to delete is the plowed land. It's not going to delete anything else. It's going to delete whatever it is that you clicked on. Whether it be, let's say you had 200 tiles for road, it'll delete those 200 tiles for road. Even 200 trees, by the way. So, and especially if it's just that one style, one type tree, yeah. I'm really debating whether I should get another worker. I mean, I could get more. I can get more whatchamacallit. So I'm kind of out in account for that. Because if I got another worker, he'll be down here, somewhere thereabouts. Which would be great because, that way it'll save me from going back and forth, back and forth. I don't know what's with this one spot. I think I'm going to take this one spot and put the gosh darn Christmas tree out in the middle of the lettuce. Oh, my poor little work guys. I gotta change their outfits. But I don't do this, but it's gonna be a Thursday, so I actually have December 18th circled. I do. And oh, see, now I'll show you. See that? 200 right there. So yep. And And you might have a spot or two over here, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I can go up to the corner. See what it does a little bit? Does a little ziggy-zag thing. But that's fine. Oh, gee. I should have went, well. Okay. See, as long I look at this, see the potatoes are ready again because I watered them. So, you know, that's why I'm like, that'll work for me. That's why deleting this is not a big deal because, you know, I have that backup. And pretty much you can stand wherever you want to delete those 200 tiles. You know, and I thought, oh, maybe I can move the trees over. No. No, I'm good. I don't want to, no. I mean, I suppose I could, but then you see what's going to happen? And that's why this whole area is open. It's just for that reason. And see, I kind of, you know, screwed up over there. So I'm just going to put a road straight down and then kind of spread out my my factories, which is another good thing because, like I said, I'm only going to make one farm and put the factories there. I am not going to add factories here, there, and everywhere and just go running around playing with them. It's like I'm better off doing it this way. Okay. 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 Clear all. I just hate this. No, I don't want to see the notifications. I'm sorry, guys. I just want to, I'm trying to. Damn, 26, huh? 26. Select all. Delete. Ah, yeah, that works. And while, I don't know, let me just try something here. Yeah, see? It just deleted that whole line of other ones on the other side. Well, I know it's obviously going to be more than 200. Yeah, but that's okay. Works for me. Now, let me see something here. Hopefully. Good. It'll save me some time. See, now I have this whole other side open. And that way I can spread out, you know, like some of my houses if I wanted to, in the factories. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, it's going to be a good thing. It's going to look good. Okay, so I'm going to stand here. Oh, I know it's going to screw up. Yeah, it will. I'll bet you there's more up there. I don't see any. It doesn't look like there is, but you never know. Oh, and by the way, if you have crops there too that you want to delete like that, you can do the same thing. Don't try it on your tractor because it's not going to work. You need to do it standing there, just FYI. And like I said, you can do the same thing. Just stand there, okay? And let's say you want to just delete all your lemon trees or apple trees or whatever you want to delete. That's how you do it. You just stand there. That's all you got to do. See, look at that. And there should not be any more tiles down there, which there is not. Pretty good. I mean, I think that saves so much time to just stand there and, like, let it delete it, and you're good. Okay? I think that's just a great thing. So now, not that, I don't really want to move all my houses well, I could. And I did it once before too, and I think I'll have that same kind of setup as I did once before. And it looked pretty good. I'm gonna say what's cooking. The one thing that I did like was, because I think I showed some of you how, if you have some ducks near the water, they'll go in the water and things like that. So what I might try to do is just, why? Oh, those are ready because, I might get rid of these lights for now. Because I'm gonna work my way down with some of these things, so I'm gonna take the lights out. Yeah. Okay. Now, so what I'm gonna do is obviously my potatoes are ready again, tomatoes are ready again, and like look at that, the chickens and all of those guys are ready. I think it's not this tree. In fact, I know it's not. It's the other tree. And I did prestige one tree, and I think I'm gonna do. Well, I'm gonna pay attention to this one here, the red currant, because whatever that tree is, I hope that's the one. Oh, okay, it is. All right. So what I might do is, I already did it to the black one, and this one and the black one, they both, they're ready to harvest at the same time. So what I might end up doing is I might even just move those trees out of the way, put the black ones over here, and then the other ones over there because they're both the same season. Instead of me going back and forth, I'll be just all in one spot. But let me go up here. Yeah, those are the black ones. And see, what I did was I prestiged them. I kind of like the way they level up, but I know that they're low. It's level 16. But you know something? They level up pretty decent. So, I don't know. But like I said, these ones and the red currant, they both, like the same season, which is fine with me. And there are only 2 berry trees, which I think I just got recently. One was new. It's fall. It's just one season. And I believe they have one for the other berries trees. I think it's spring, one season, you know. So, but so far, even with all the bunnies I have, I mean, I've been doing pretty good with the berry trees, you know. And we have the 102 bunnies over there, and then we have a lot of the Easter rabbits. So these trees have really been pretty sufficient feeding them. I don't have to go cuckoo crazy going, oh man, I gotta harvest them. What do you got? Anything good? Okay. Now to pay my workers because I know they've been working. Let me just see. 300. Ooh, well. Okay, I'll do it. I'll bite, lady. That's okay because I got this guy over here. Hold on. Um, see, of course I'm down to 133 ribbons, right? Okay. But see, here's the beauty of it, though, right? You can go over there and get your ribbons. Not, you know, you can get more ribbons. And did he? I probably didn't have enough. See, like, sell your juice, you get more ribbons. This is what I'm saying. You know, level up your, level up your restaurant as much as you can. You know, once you do your garage, and your warehouse, level it up as much as you can. You know, I need to plant more of those melon type things, which I will. But you see what I'm talking about? It's gonna hit me with the lowest thing. So that's why, in a sense, when you're looking at your inventory, which I'm gonna just do the whole thing, but you see what I'm saying? Um, it's gonna start hitting me for this one. Grapes, definitely. For upgrades. It does ask you for spice, but not as much. But I definitely know. Oh, do I have any? I probably don't. Yeah, I do. Okay. So peppers, it will. The pineapples, it will. Um, so like even if you kind of like set it aside, you know what I'm saying? And like I was saying to you, these are your blue mushrooms. Don't sell them. You know. Um, just oh, I should make a big field for those puzzle pieces. I didn't get a chance, but I'm working on the flowers now because I do have the flowers, not all of them, but you know, and it will ask you for tomatoes because just because. So anything low, and now this is with the exception, your jam, your juices, your honey, and your cheese, and then all these little things, the cans. Okay, you see this? They don't really ask you for a heck of a lot of those. They really don't. If the shop needs an upgrade, it might ask you for 1 or 4 or 10 or 12. I've never seen it go higher than that, when it comes to your juice stuff. I've never seen it do that. I have, though, on the other hand, you know, when you get up to these things, your main stuff that you grow will ask you a lot. Oh, and by the way, horseshoes. Yeah, it's asked me for like over 600 when we first got those horses, and I'm like, are they serious? Um, so just kind of be aware that it's going to ask you for things, and and I have this thing that I think, honestly, I think the reason it hits you on your low stuff because you're low, and it knows you're going to make them. So. Because when I went to go open my warehouse, it did not want me to get horseshoes. It was something totally different, and I was all ready to go. And then when I went back to it, all ready to go, it decided, and that was just when we got those horses. I put 600 of them down, and it said, "Oh, I want horseshoes." I'm like, "Excuse me?" Yeah. I was like, "Okay, you want horseshoes? Give me a break." Okay. Oh, more favor, more favor. I will run for favor. Oh, sorry, Javi. I didn't have any grapes. No, you don't ask for grapes usually either. Oh, yes, he does. Is it flowers in the grapes? Yeah, it is. Okay. You'll notice that some of them will ask you for like basically the same thing, but and it actually gets increased too. Some of the because they do random things. But most of the time, they ask you for the same kind of basic things, but it gets a little bit more like they offer you a little more. I've noticed that. Um, but here we go with. I like Rafaela. I'm so glad I can always help her. Because I remember in the beginning she would give me the jam jars or jam something. She would give me jam, so I thought, oh, that's an easy trade. Oh, he's grapes. Okay, bye, grape guy. I think he's the only one left. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna head back, and let me see. Yeah. Okay. Um, I want to see how much that left us with those red potatoes. See, so I have 1,079 planted, and again, they're only 40 minutes, and it's the same difference as same thing as the potatoes. The only thing is, potatoes give you less money, you know. These ones here give you a little more, and but they're the same time frame, so that's what I did. On the red cherry tomatoes, I'm hoping to get these to level 100 so I can prestige these, because for the obvious reason, you need tomatoes. And thank God I only have one tomato machine. That's where I kind of I've learned to do it conservatively, especially when I know I don't have enough to to put out there. And those daisy flowers, by the way, are I believe it's 45 minutes. So, but at least they're there, though, At least they're there. And if you need to do 2,500, well, I'll have that many on the other farm as well. But if you need to do 2,500 daisies or whatever those flowers, those poinsettias, they'll be there, And I do know that, for example, if people are doing the lettuce, they're gonna see those, and chances are they'll probably go do them, especially during the event. Oh yeah, because people go crazy. They want that event stuff. They want to get it done, and we've only got so many days to prepare. Yay, 12 days. God bless America. I can't wait. I can't wait for the Gothic stuff either. I am really so looking forward to it. I am. Maybe I can finally make because that was one of the things I wanted to do. I wanted to make like a little spooky farm with the trees, and you know, that would be so sweet if we got another house, especially if it's like some type of spooky house. That would be totally awesome. Yeah. That would just I mean, I do like the Christmas stuff. I like it a lot. But I want to try to make a farm being like a little Gothic looking, kind of thing. And Maya, guess what I need? Look at that, Maya. This is space. That's gonna drive me absolutely crazy. So I have to fix that. Well, my potatoes. Wait a minute. Let me see something. Well, we'll see. Did I miss a spot? No, you did not. Just checking. But I think overall, look at that. I got 25,000 diamonds already. That's really good, and I'm getting that from my workers doing the trees, as well as when people do the lettuce too. So, which is really sweet. And I absolutely got a lot of visitors last night. Coming here to get the lettuce. And very honestly, I don't care if they just do lettuce just for the favor and they don't touch the animals. I really don't care. You know, um, I totally understand if they never do the animals. Or if they never do any of these crops or flowers or trees. I don't care. If all they do is the lettuce, I'm good with that. Because that helps them and it helps me. And I did. I left my farm on pretty late today. Well, from last night. I really hope. I know they won't. And I can see the reason behind that too. I mean, even though our workers are 18 by 18, it's great. And we can now do a 36 by 36, with the signs. I like that idea. But very honestly, unless they speed the workers up somehow, um, it would be lovely if you could get the workers to do 36 by 36, but I know that's not going to happen. Maybe if they did um, 27 by 27, that would be fine. If it's as long as it stays 18, yeah, 27. I mean, even if they could just kind of adjust it to 27, okay, or 25, which would be kind of silly. I think if they could increase the area that they're in, I think that would be wonderful. I mean, because it's in a sense of the word, it would make sense. It would. But then, I totally get the programming how you got to set that up because really it's a matter of, you go in there, you tell them what area that you want them to work in, and then the thing is, but I have seen this happen, so um, when you set them up to water and plant and replant and everything else, um, I think I've seen it. Whereas I think the workers take a little longer only because they got to do those three things. And yeah, well, they got to harvest, replant, water. Okay, not to mention how many times they go out there and water. I mean, unless you go out there and you put sprinklers on them, then the workers don't have to water them. They only have to do two things. Oh, why did that happen? Okay. But anyway, yeah. See, I'm gonna put those two trees together. It would make sense, and then put the other ones next to this one. That way they can be done at once. No. Okay. Okay, so these are 85s. I don't even know how many of those I have down either. I have to take a peek. Okay, I'm going to take these down. See, watch this. I'm standing there, right? And you notice what they did? 200 of that one tree. Just the one. You see what I'm saying? Not like, over. So I had over 200 of those cherry type trees. You see? Okay, so I'm gonna go over here. I think those are the blueberries. I'm pretty sure they are, but let me double check. Yep. Nope. Yep. Okay. So now, I'll harvest those in a minute. Okay. So now, these ones here I'm gonna harvest. And again, like I said, nobody comes over here. They don't mess with the animals. And you know what? It's okay. It's all good. Because I've only seen them come here and get the lettuce and leave. It's all good. It's all good. I better hurry up and get this done. Because... But I'm glad I got these black marlberries, done. And I didn't do this before on my other farm. I should. See, I'm learning. My coffee's good, but it's a little cold now. Okay, I'm going to put those, whatever they were called, Rainier. See, I got those ones new, but if you notice, they're fall. And those were spring. So I'm going to put the Rainier up again. Thank God I'm not spending too much gold, huh? And I know the other ones were short. But see, now I can come here when they're ready to be harvested. And if I want to, I can just run out and get some favor and come back and do them. But I think they're holding up pretty decent, when it comes to the cherry trees or the berry trees. I think they're holding up pretty decent. Okay, now I'm going to go over here. Oh, I still had a few left. Oh, dang. Okay. Oops, I screwed up. Red currant. Okay, red. Winter, fall. And now I want, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was winter, fall. Oh, wait. No. Maybe, wait a minute. Fall, winter, right? Oh, maybe not. Huh. Okay, so that's fall. You know what? That's all right. It'll work for me. I'll still put these down. Summer, fall. Because I know I had the blueberries up. And I probably could, if I wanted to, I could probably prestige those. I think those might be a little pricey for me right now, and I'm not gonna buy them right now. Great, and see, I'm getting and the milk. Look at that, 6,000. It's kind of good. Okay, I'm gonna head up to my chickens. Wonder what's going on with the ducks. That's really weird seeing them like that. Unless somebody, the only thing I can think of is, let me go to 10 for a minute. 49 minutes. 1 hour. They were probably harvested. Probably somebody harvested the ducks, which is cool. And see? And see, guys, this is why I separate them. See, look at that. See, they're separated all around. And like the ducks, every animal that I have out, they're all separated. Oh, and when I was on Vince's farm, I should have paid more attention, but he did have some, or was it? No, it was Vincent's farm. He did. He had those feeders down. Um, I really didn't pay attention to what crop it was taking from, unless it's taking from whatever those animals eat. I don't know. I have to check that again. That's just because I was a little curious. But no, I don't have the feeders here, unfortunately. Oh, I did buy that extra worker, so I'll put him or her in his place. That way they can hopefully, I hopefully that they can cover all the trees. Would be nice. That way I don't have to do them. But I'll finish chickens. And it holds up pretty decent for the wheat, if you notice. You know, because there's only, like I said, there's only 102 each of the chickens, and the same thing with the ducks, it's 102. So I mean, when you can reasonably get it up to like, well, let's say 99 or 102, you know, that's kind of that is reasonable. Um, because you don't have to really focus a lot on your crops either. You can kind of like, you know, have an even thing going on. And that was my mistake, anyways, on this farm was that I really pushed it with, you know, putting too many down. And that's why I said, you know what? I'm just going to recycle it and just turn it into a lettuce farm and kind of see what happens. And, you know, it's worked out real well. It really has. Oh, these little ducks need to get fed. And, well, these guys, these ones, I don't want them to be hungry. Yeah, so they, all right, so I see what they did. I think if I leave them alone for a day, but, you know, I think if I leave them alone for a day, they'll be okay. Not that it, you know, not that it really, really, really matters. Oh God, I so hated doing my farm with all those bunny rabbits I had. Oh, I hated doing those. Okay, let's find the worker. I have a feeling he's not gonna. I might have to add another one. I have a feeling. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, we know he goes there, so let's check something out. I just need to check out. Okay, so it's a corner. Now, see, you know, as I was saying, see your crops or anything, you know, plant, water, harvest. You can always just do plant and harvest, or just harvest. You know, either or. Um, you know, same thing like with trees. If you don't want them touching it, you know, flowers, water and harvest. But if you just want them to harvest it, they will. They will not water those flowers. Um, one of the things I learned too is if you put workers near the animals, I would leave a spot open so that you can feed them yourself, because again, the workers run around and feed one, so you're better off. Fish, fish are fish. Buildings, that's when they're near the machines and stuff like that. And again, they every chance they can get, they get to harvest them, to put stuff in and harvest, they will do it, even if it's one. Okay, I gotta find my tree spawn. Oh shoot, I passed it, didn't I? Yes, you did. Okay, it's got to be cornered. Okay. Yay. Like I said, I have a feeling it's not going to go all the way down like I want. Okay. White. Okay. Let's see what he does. Corner. 18 by 18, right? And you know it's going to work when you do that. Oh, shoot. Sorry, guy. Okay. Now, I know... See, he'll do the 18 here. Oh, yeah, he's not going to go all the way. Of course not. So I need to put another worker right here if I wanted to do the whole row. See? Not bad, though. I mean, it's not bad. Oh. Wait a minute. 1, 2. Yeah, not bad. My God, look at all them workers up there, huh? Yep, I'll take every spice I can get. And I didn't, I didn't get a chance to, but I didn't get a chance to prestige my gold apples. I think it was because I either didn't have enough of something, but, it's no big deal. Oops, nope, I'm not touching your apples, no. No, I don't think... Like, these are pears. And, again, see, whereas I'm doing these, obviously, right? They're going to have the pears and stuff full. They will, obviously. Did I leave? No. Let me see. Oh. So now pears. Again, guys, I know I said this was going to be a short video, so I do apologize. But it gets dark here real quick. Well, actually, it's terribly dark. So. Ooh. I didn't realize it. No, too late now. It's okay. I did prestige my pear trees. Yeah. And I think I did the same. I think I did the same to my lemon trees too. I'm not sure. Oh, let me see. Yep, I did. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is once I know that my apples, for example, are at 5, I'll take those away and I'll put them somewhere else, and then put the pears and lemons in the place. Because the golden apples, they're not done. They're not prestige. See, I'm taking my time what I prestige and, with that. And that's what you should do. Just take your time, because obviously it's your farm, do what you want. But, I know that you can go to other farms, you can look around and you get some good ideas because I know I have. And so, set your farm up the way you like it. Because after all, it is your farm. And I did prestige bamboo too. What a silly me I am, but that's okay. I'm going to have a worker do the trees anyways, regardless, because, I have the lettuce over there. And obviously that feeds the cows. But, having the lettuce trees, having the bamboo trees, it would be kind of like a little backup too. So. I did, on the other hand, the pine trees. I did prestige them. And obviously, I don't have any peanut butter machines. And you know something? If I get one, that's all I'm getting is one. Yeah. I honestly haven't given it a thought about the tea ones because of the flower situation. So I'm going to hold off on that. Because again, a lot of this stuff you can do at your leisure. You don't always have to have all these workers on your farm. You're allowed up to 25. And okay, so when you initially, let's say, open your first farm, and then you kind of gradually have to upgrade to get more farm hands. But by the way, when you open up your second farm, I should go get those berries. But I will get them. I gotta finish these lemons. But on your second farm, you don't have to go and upgrade unless you're less than 25. But you don't have to upgrade. It's whatever it says. So in other words, let me show you. When you look at it over here, okay, and excuse me, here we go. If you look over here, it's going to say 14 over 14. And so I would have to upgrade it 11 more times to get the full 25. But then I can also continue on, like, let's say, go to my second farm, and once I have that wide open for 25, I can put 25 workers on that farm. But just be aware, you have to pay ribbons too. You have to pay them. You have to go back there and pay them ribbons. So just an FYI. See, I'm getting a lot of lemons now and pears. I'll be getting those soon. And that's for my workers too. And I will be getting lots more spice. I'm not doing you, bunnies. Go away. See? Okay. And that's kind of nice. I'm increasing the inventory for the berry trees. It's kind of nice. And one of the people I asked you guys to say thoughts and prayers for yesterday, she's out of the hospital as of, believe it or not, yesterday. So I guess she's doing okay. I'm glad that she's out. You know, um, that's one thing I'm kind of thankful for. And I could be mistaken, but I understand. You know, there was something I looked at briefly, and it said something about Texas floods and things like that. Um, I just want to put my thoughts and prayers out there for those people in Texas. If that's so, I should probably look it up first, right, guys? But that's what I was reading in the news. There was a lot of people with Texas floods, and I don't know if that was something old or because I remember there was from this year, and I lost a lot of little children lost lives from that. Shame, real shame. But yeah. But again, I want to put my thoughts and my prayers out to people that need them for sure, especially now around our Christmas holiday where you're going to be rushing out and about. Ooh, what am I going to buy for this person? What am I? You know what? Don't worry about it. Give them a Christmas gift. Give them a gift certificate. That way they can get whatever they want. Because who knows? Maybe they won't like what you got them, and you know they can take it back and get something else, or who knows. I always try to think out of the box, when it comes to, going Christmas shopping for people. I don't do that now as much as I did, but I always kind of think about that. Ooh, deplete my lettuce, will you please, so I can get more diamonds. Yeah. And see that purple stuff, the eggplant, I hope that holds up. It should not because I've got that open field. But I just want to put those prayers out there for people because I know today, like every day, somebody needs them to get through the day. Somebody needs to know that you're being thought about. It's like you don't know me from Adam, I don't know you from Adam, but that's okay. Just know that somebody's out there thinking about you. Somebody's out there saying their prayers for you. Um, whether you need them for physically or mentally, the prayers are out there. You know, um, and I know some of you, that are struggling and you know probably taking care of other people, or you've got a bunch of kids and they're driving you cuckoo crazy. But something, I really hope you find some peace today. Honestly, I do. Um, so, and Allie, see, I'm glad I talked to you today a little bit. Just thought I'd let you just kind of put a shot out there for you. And Angel, where have you been? I don't know. And then, of course, there's my friend Gus, aka Snowfall. But it's my fault, my bad. I haven't been on my Xbox in a long time, so my bad. Sorry, guys. But those are some really, really good friends. And of course, I got some really, really good friends on Discord too, so I can't. And I appreciate having that friendship. I really do. In my house. Well, I got 4:06 on my clock here, people, and I know that, usually I'm on for a couple hours, but today I can't do that. Because I have things, I have two errands to run, and I really, really need to get them done. So God bless you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. I really do. And thank you so very much for watching. And lurkers of all people, I love you dearly. I hope to see you again. I know I can see you, but I can see you. I can see you. So with that, you have a blessed day. Rest of your day, everyone, and take it easy. Bye.